Good morning, friends. I've decided to try to beat my stupid internet problem at its own game and just record this and then I'll post it on Facebook. And sorry if this comes out across a little dark as far as the color. I'm just not going to turn on another light or whatever. So, in fact, I have a light on and it's not really working. So, anyway, this morning is Think About It Tuesday. It is July 3rd, almost, Independence Day. And we're going to talk this morning about your short temper. We're going to think about our short tempers and why that is. Now, again, I'm turning into like the Pinterest queen. I found this article on Pinterest, and it's in the show notes. My Pinterest page, if I could speak. And it's called Your Short Temper is Triggered by Something Deeper. And this comes from weareheretoinspire.com. So that's weareheretoinspire.com. weareheretoinspire.com. I chose this article because I lately have had a lot of difficulty with controlling my short-temperedness. So I decided that maybe I should read this and think about it. So anyway, I want to give it the information to you as well. So, you know when you get mad at the smallest things? You hear the trash truck drive by and realize the disgusting smell in your kitchen is because someone forgot to take out the trash? That simple conversation, yet a frustration, turns into an argument? When your kids spill drinks on the floor, 1 minute clean up, yet you're yelling because they're not careful or that they are so careless. Road rage because people drive like Miss Daisy. All these little signs of short temperament can be deeper than just a quick snap. But deep down inside, you already know that. For those of you that have been aware of this, it's probably been quite some time now that you've been paying attention to others around you. How do they react? How do you react? Although we should never, ever compare ourselves to someone else because we are perfect just the way we are, it's okay to become aware of our mistakes and start paying attention to how we come across to others, how they see us, how they react to our moods, our short-temperedness, that kind of thing. Okay, so here's some reasons why you might have a short temper. Okay, childhood. I feel like a majority of cases always lead back to childhood. Your anger does not have to lead back to a bad childhood. However, digging deeper, try to remember who your parents were. Did they have a short fuse themselves? We are creatures of habit, and what we see and what we hear is sometimes what we model when we're older. And I know this is true for myself. My mother was, at least at home, she could be quite short-tempered, and she got frustrated very easily. And I find myself kind of doing this in my own life. But because I'm aware of her behavioral patterns, I've been actually using that to my advantage and trying to recognize those moments when my temper just kind of goes blah inside my own head and catch myself before I'm reacting to it. But actually, the last couple, 2-3 months or so, I've really been trying to work on that catching myself. Does it always work? No, but at least I'm trying to do something. Okay, so here's another reason that you might be short-tempered, and I know this is one of my biggest problems. Stress. We all deal with stress. One way or another, we have our own battles to deal with. Some women love to eat their emotions while others starve theirs. Both are wrong, but each individual copes very differently. Transferring that negative and heavy energy into your home or relationship will only damage them. You may not yell or intentionally be angry with people, but your demeanor and your actions can show other messages. Yes. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm trying to bring so much of this resolving your own stress kind of information into my Say Yes practice, because stress is something that everybody worldwide, we all deal with stress of some kind or other in our existence, whether it's financial, whether it's our jobs make us crazy, whether we have unresolved shit that we need to take care of. There's always stress in our lives, and that stress can lead to anger, anger outbursts, seething anger sometimes. Rage can be associated with stress as well. Okay, so a lack of energy can make you short-tempered. Most people, they work and because there's no other way to do it, but we don't take care of ourselves, sometimes physically, sometimes mentally. We don't take our mental health days when we should. We're given all this sick leave, and then we have people, I have people at work that are like, oh, I never took a sick day in 5 years, and it's just like, that's not something to be proud of. Taking away your ability to self-care is not something to be proud of, and to show other folks, it's more like, yeah, I went and got a massage last weekend. That's something that you should be telling people, helping people realize that self-care is important. And of course, I'm not really one to talk either, because I don't give myself nearly as much self-care as I should. So another reason that you may be short-tempered is that you're a control freak. And I know I did a vlog, or possibly a blog post. I think it was just a vlog, though. I've been very remiss in getting my blog posts up on the website. I just haven't been writing anything blog-related recently. But anyway, I have an article or a vlog that I did, I think it was last week, about something about being a control freak. But, okay, so there's nothing wrong with being a control freak. Some people are just programmed very differently, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, some people like working alone as opposed to working in groups. But leaving the cap off the toothpaste driving you crazy because you told them 50 million times, but nothing to stress over, nothing to yell about, nothing to work yourself up about. It's all meeting people halfway. Well, yeah, I think, though, that we fall into these places where we are trying to control everything because we just feel so damn out of control ourselves. And it's very difficult to just let things not bother us. Good morning, Jill. My Jill just walked through the door. Anyway, I have a very difficult time with compromising about things that I'm pulling control freak stuff over, because it just seems like I'm always the only one who's compromising, so that irritates me, and I've kind of gotten to a point in my life where I'm not willing to do nearly as much compromising anymore, because God damn it, I'm not going to be the only one that sacrifices here. And so I realize that adds to my short-temperedness, but you know what? Sometimes you got to draw a line in the sand, So let's scroll down a little further. What can you do to help your short-tempered? Well, of course, trying to get rid of as much stress as possible. That's difficult. Of course, going back to the meditation practice and stuff, I'm trying to incorporate some of that into my life, even little short, 5-minute ones, in the car, in a parking lot, safely parked, of course, or something like that. That mindfulness is really kind of what helps me, if I practice it all the time, that's what kind of helps me diffuse. Of course, as always, I'm going to tell you that you can find more information about meditation and mindfulness on my Pinterest page, which of course is going to be in the show notes. And yeah, so that is about all I have time for this evening. Well, actually, it's not this evening, it's morning. What am I saying? It's morning. Get some vitamin D, that can help with reducing depression, so they say. And I'm not a doctor or anything, but I have heard people say that vitamin D is helpful. Getting yourself involved with other things, getting enough sleep, all those kinds of things can help with short-temperedness. And I'm also working on some of those things in my own life, turning the TV off sooner, letting myself wind down naturally a little bit, I've been to a sleep doctor recently trying to figure out what is going on with my sleep. I've had insomnia and sleep issues forever, and I want that taken care of. So anyway, yeah, so that's all about short-temperedness. So you have a wonderful Tuesday, and make sure that you think about it. And I'll see you tomorrow morning for Gratitude Wednesday. Bye.